Hello everyone, I'm Andy from the Pixel Pub, and I'm here with Cathy's top 10 games that she played in 2024. Cathy sent me a very detailed list of her games and what she thought about them. She basically wrote an article about each one, and I'm not going to read everything. I'm just going to wing it. This is called her games she played in 2024 because I think only one game she played on this list came out in 2024. But these are her top games that she played in 2024. And should be some fun stuff. So, and some random stuff too. This list is all over the place. So let's get it. What's number 10? Okay, what's in the stocking? It's probably Cole if it's Cathy's. It is Trace Memory on the DS. I will read this one sentence review she wrote. A gripping and atmospheric mystery that made a great use of the DS unique features both narratively and mechanically. So this seems to be kind of an adventure game with fun DS puzzles in it. She says there's a weird island going on, a lot of mystery to be solved. I think they made a sequel for this game, Recoded something. She's nodding. I don't know if that's the right name for it, but I've seen this lady a lot with the white hair and her cool Famicom looking shirt. Yeah, that's Trace Memory on the DS. Compelling story, innovative gameplay, and atmospheric setting. So that's Trace Memory. That's number 10. Told you, DS game. It's all over the place. All right, next, number 9. We got a Switch game here. It is Coffee Talk Episode 2. Episode 2, I was right. So she still hasn't played Coffee Talk Episode 1. This is a double pack for both of them. She wants to get to the first one. Coffee Talk is basically a little visual novel. You're sitting down with a lot of customers coming in. You get all their different stories. You make them coffee. Let me read her one-liner here. A warm, cozy sequel that made me want to brew up some more stories. There you go. I think you'll find there's a theme to her list with stuff like this. Cozy vibes, follow-up interest. What? What does that mean?
What?
Follow-up interest?
I don't know.
Great. This delightful sequel has me eager to explore the original game. I don't think I was supposed to play it out of order, but this is what happened. That's what she wrote. Yeah, I've heard this game even without her playing it. I was like, yeah, I've heard of Coffee Talk. You see like the different like little characters, and I think, can't you make like their milk thing?
Yeah, the latte art.
The latte art, yeah, stuff like that. I'm not a coffee person, so I'm not sure. She'd played through Valhalla, which we picked up from Limited Run a while ago, and it's very similar, but in that game you were running like a cyberpunk bartending, like running a bar. This one's similar with like a fantastical setting, like you get people coming in with horns and stuff like that. And they tell your problems to the barista, and I guess you solve them because you're coffee talking. That's number 9. Number 8, what do we got? We got a Steam game. It is Littlewood. This is a game I bought on a Humble Bundle a few years ago. I think it was one of the ones that it might have been a few years ago. It might have been like a year, maybe this year. I can't remember. I bought so many Humble Bundles, but this one was like a collection of like farming sims and stuff like that, which is what Littlewood is. Let me read you one-liner. A charming life sim with addictive crafting and heartfelt simplicity. So I know where the simplicity comes from. Yo, those characters are like that big, and they don't have faces. They just have 2 little dots for eyes, and that's it. Your little blocks running around making little blocks do things. That kind of turned me off from the game. I was like, I don't know if I like the way that looks. She just said I loved it. What else did she have to say about it? Post-victory premise. What does that mean? A fresh take on life sim after defeating the final villain, and he comes and lives in your village with you both have amnesia. Maybe I should spoilers for that. If any Littlewood fans trying to get it, it's currently playing. Don't want to spoil that. Memorable characters, replay potential. So it seems like there's some replay value there. Yeah, Littlewood. I believe it's only on Steam right now. Is it on other consoles? It might be on Switch too. We played it on Steam. That's number 8. Okay, number 7. We got another Steam game here. It is NeoCab. It's not a very fun title screen there, but it's NeoCab. Available on Steam. NeoCab is a lot like Coffee Talk, but you are a cab driver in a cyberpunk type future like Valhalla, and I guess you're picking up different customers and taking them to different places, and there's a story that unfolds, I imagine. Let's read her one-liner here. An emotionally tense ride that left a lasting impression. So, see, Cathy has a type of game she's been playing this year. It's definitely the vibes I'm getting from stuff like this and Coffee Talk, where she just wants to talk. She wants to yap at people. Like, I don't play the game where I hit the button over and over again, just read. That's too much. That's too evil. I don't like that. I'll take that back. I'm sure NeoCab is a very fun game. I'm sure Coffee Talk's a very fun game. I like the look of them. I do like games set in type of like a cyberpunk type setting. That seems fun, and that's a really original idea. A cab driver in this cyberpunk future. You know, just what's her life like? What's going on with her? Let's explore that. That's pretty cool. Okay, number 6. We got another Switch game here. That's Beacon Pines. And Beacon Pines is a game that Cathy got from the limited run store. She actually called the store, and they said it was their last one, and she went to go pick it up, and she got it. And then we went back there later on. There was more. But Beacon Pines, I'm gonna read her one-liner here. A beautifully narrated storybook game that felt like a rare treasure. It's a weird little one-liner there. But it seems to be like just an adventure game with your little animals. You run around in a town solving problems, talking to people, stuff like that. She did like the music. She picked up the vinyl. I think it does have fun artwork. I did like the kind of watercolorish nature of it. Sure, we'll call it that. But yeah, that's Beacon Pines. It's number 6. Okay, number 4 is the lone PS4 game on this list, and that is Battle Chef Brigade. This is a game that we got on a blind box from Limited Run when we went out to the Limited Run warehouse sale. They had a bunch of blind boxes that you could buy for like $10 a piece. I picked up a couple of them on the PlayStation. This is one of them we got. I'd heard good things about it when it came out a few years ago. It's very much a mix-up of different genres. You got the running around action type things where you're fighting a bunch of enemies and you're collecting their bits, their skins, their livers and stuff like that. Then you come back and you cook for people, and the cooking's like a match 3 type of puzzle game, and you're trying to make good dishes to impress the judges. That's what it is. There's a big cooking contest. What'd she say? A delightful surprise hit where action, puzzles, and cooking blended perfectly. Multifaceted gameplay. She likes the art and story. Surprise hit, so I guess she wasn't expecting much from this, but she really liked it. That's what that means. Yeah, Battleship Brigade Deluxe is what it says. I don't know what's new to this one, but I don't know. Pretty cool. I like the artwork with it looks kind of hand-drawn, like animated, stuff like that. Pretty cool. It's number 5, Battleship Brigade. All right, number 4 is another Switch game. It's the only game that came out this year. That's Balatro on the Switch. Balatro, for those who don't know, it is a roguelike mixed with a card game. Like when I say a card game, I mean like a card game with like aces and kings and jacks and queens, the numbers and all that stuff. You know, a card game where you basically have to make poker hands to beat a certain score to advance, and then the number gets higher and higher and higher you have to beat, and you unlock a bunch of stuff to help that out. It's not just a basic ass poker game. You unlock all these jokers that can change everything, and you unlock different cards that can change stuff. Like you can have multiple like ace of spades in your deck if you happen to get some in your little roguelike run through. You can have planetary cards that change the value of what your hands are. So like, I know this is Cathy's list, but my strategy was always getting like, it's like the Pluto card or whatever that it multiplies your, if you don't have a good hand, you just lay down your highest card, and that highest card will be multiplied by whatever factor that Pluto thing was, and it was awesome. So I could run through with that, play one card, and beat the hand. But Cathy has taken it to a next level. She's beaten all sorts of decks, unlocked a lot of stuff. I have not beaten one deck, but I've been busy playing other games. I do really like Balatro. I really like it, actually. When I first played it, I sat down for like 4 hours and couldn't stop. But let's see what Cathy said. From casual fun to addictive strategy, this game became a Thanksgiving obsession. That's what she says. Hidden depths, addictive progression, Thanksgiving hook. I don't know why she keeps putting Thanksgiving here, because she was literally just playing it 5 minutes ago, and Thanksgiving was like 3 weeks ago. So, yeah. Balatro, surprise hit in this household, I would say, because I wasn't. It came out very early this year, and I heard a lot of good talk about it, but I was like, I don't know shit about poker, so I ignored it really. But when I heard it had a physical version, I had to get it. I got it, and Cathy fell in love with it. I fell in love with it too, less so. Number 4, Balatro. All right, number 3 is a GBA game. It's been a long time coming for this one. It is Mother 3. Now I got Cathy, this is a fan translated copy of Mother 3. I got her one just like this a few years ago. The battery didn't work. She couldn't save her game. So instead of trying to fix that, she bought another one. because they're like $14 if you find them in the right spot. But yeah, she finally played through it this year with her GBA obsession, with her modded GBA and the analog pocket and all that other stuff, where she can just move from system to system and keep playing this game because the save's on the cartridge. For those of y'all who don't know, this is the sequel to Earthbound that came out over here. This did not come out over here. This is only Japan exclusive, so that's why we have a fan translated cart. So if you played Earthbound, you know what that is. You know what Mother 3 is, like from the look of it and what it is. JRPG, Charlie Brown-esque graphics. It's a good time, but what did she have to say? Quirky fun and heartbreaking. A game that left an emotional mark. Also spoilers, what the hell, Cathy Brown? Heartbreaking. How can a game that looks so quirky be heartbreaking? Well, you have to find out when you play Mother 3, because you probably should play it. Mother 3 is number 3 on Cathy's top 10 lists of 2024. All right, number 2 is another GBA game, a bit of a surprise for me, as Lunar Legend. And Lunar Legend is a remake of Lunar Silver Star Story that originally came out on the PlayStation, Sega CD, Sega Saturn II, I believe, stuff like that. The CD consoles of back in the day. Lunar, one of those forgotten JRPGs. I think they don't make any more. They made the handful. I think there was 1 and 2. I think there was a DS version, Dragon Song, I think it was called. I don't think people liked it that much. But yeah, she started playing this game earlier on in the year. Like I just said with the Mother 3, she liked her GBA. She went through a phase with that, which was buying GBA games like nobody's business. This is one we've had sitting around in the collection for a long time because I'd picked it up because I remember liking Lunar. But what does she have to say about it? A cozy RPG with endearing characters and a story that warmed my heart. Spoilers? Warming hearts? What the hell? She's spoiling everything. I'd be interested to see if she would go back and play the PlayStation version or like the Sega CD version, because it has all the anime cutscenes and the Red Book audio with like music that people sing and stuff like that, and the voice acting, because the voice acting was wild because it was the early 90s. They didn't give a shit. They just hired some intern to come in and say stuff in a microphone. But yeah, that's number 2. That's Lunar Legend on the GBA. Okay, number 1. Number 1 is, I think number 1 is number 1 by a long shot, ain't it? Like, it's not even close. As she's nodding. It is a Switch game. It is the Wild at Heart. Wild at Heart. For me, looking at it from the outside, looks like a indie-made Pikmin game. Like it has the indie-rific, indie-darling art style that looks like something from like Where the Wild Things Are, stuff like that. It mixed with Pikmin and like, I don't know, late 80s, early 90s retro aesthetic. Because like, I remember seeing there's an arcade on the cover, and doesn't one of the kids have like a console and a CRT in his trailer or whatever? Yeah. So it's a Pikmin game. She's never played Pikmin, and I haven't played this, so we can't compare notes. She says, a visually stunning, emotionally touching adventure that became an unforgettable favorite. So I'll read the rest because it is number 1. Visual and emotional appeal. The beautiful art style and heartfelt story captivated me, blending exploration and the light combat with puzzle-solving mechanics reminiscent of Pikmin. She says that, but she hasn't played Pikmin. She probably heard that in another review. She says the narrative delicately addressed the themes of grief and friendship, creating a touching journey. The mechanics are challenging, kept me hooked through the 18-hour experience, earning a solid 10 out of 10. That's perfect. That's what that means. I felt like I was exploring, but unknowingly solving puzzles along the way. So yeah. Wild at Heart. Yeah, you ordered this online, so this wasn't a specific, limited run, super rare. This thing can be found. I guess Humble Games put it out. I don't know how rare their games are, but I think they just published it. I don't know if they. Well, I don't know. It's Wild at Heart. It is number 1 on Cathy's top 10 games she played in 2024. So okay, that's it. That's been Cathy's top 10 games that she played in 2024. Please leave a comment down below and tell her why she's wrong on her list that she made, or tell her why she's right. I'm sure there's some people out there who are fans of these games as well. These games are pretty damn popular, I believe. So yeah, I've been Andy from the Pixel Pub. Please like and subscribe. All of that fun stuff. Peace out.